So a lot of these guys went to Florida over the weekend. They played in the Adidas 7-on-7.
Yeah.
Now there are some old school guys, probably around my age. I'm a little bit older than you, who are like, oh, you know, this is over. Why do you even cover that? That's just. We cover it because these are the same guys who'll be lacing it up and putting on the helmets pretty soon again, and they're competing against these other guys who also play high school football. So it's the same people competing, and it's a good gauge. They went out there and they handled the speed.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the biggest test for, especially us here in Hawaii. You know, we've always been kind of behind on the speed compared to the fellas on the mainland. But I think, you know, over the years, just competing against each other, we're kind of closing that gap. But it does wonders. I mean, you know, for the receivers, finding that zone if they have to, or running certain routes on man, or even the quarterback's reads. I mean, they got to be out. They got to be on the same page. You know, might not be any rushing right now, but you know, like defensive rush. But still, you have to make the right read. Receivers got to run the right routes. They got to be on the same page. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that go into it. I know a lot of guys like, hey, this is not real football. This is not real. Yeah, it might not be, but you know, they're out there working. They're getting better, you know, and they're playing against good competition. You know, a lot of times you can't find that here in Hawaii, so they go out and play. And I mean, it's nice to see them succeed. I think they did a wonderful job up there.
Yeah. I mean, again, if you were 16 and you were on this trip, they would have been like, okay, give this guy single coverage, and you would have just blown them up, and then they'd be like, same thing that happened over there. They
well,
just
I'd like to
finish third.
So. Yeah, I'd like to think so, but you know, you never know. I mean, I always wanted to be the best, and I think that the attitude is starting to take shape here. I mean, just even from my time to this time, I mean, guys are wanting to be the best, and if you're not, I mean, it's going to be hard to get on the field, you know. So just put in the work every day, go through that grind, you know, like you mentioned earlier. That's the only way they're going to get on the field, and they know that, and they're out here working their tails off, and it's paying off because we see a lot of improvement, not just on the speed, but just the strength, balance, you know, mobility. So those are the types of things that, I mean, we like what we see when these guys work out.
Nick Herbig, he's a junior, he's a linebacker, he's got 13, whatever, 19 offers. He's in this 7-on-7 covering guys who are like just burners. And he said, yeah, he had to use a little physicality. If Nick had to cover you, what would you do against him? You know his strengths and weaknesses, right?
Oh, he wouldn't have a chance. He knows that.
But you spent time watching him every day, so that's your advantage too.
Yes. Well, I mean, he's a good kid. I mean, for an outside linebacker who specializes in rushing the quarterback, to be able to drop into coverage with the best of them,
he easily could have said, no, I don't want to play in this because I'm a linebacker. But no, he goes on these trips.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to help him with his coverage, you know. I mean, our defense, you know, sometimes he has to cover out there, and you know, it shows that he can, and it shows his versatility. You know, I mean, we know he can rush the quarterback, but now everybody's getting to see that he can cover as well. So, I mean, he's getting better. You know, I mean, he's in there working out with all the fellas too. So, I mean, he's not relaxed. He's not getting complacent. He's out there trying to get better.